During the rise of the Empire, the Emperor's home planet of Naboo rapidly established itself as a major irritant. After a number of Naboo's ambassadors were sent home in various states of dismemberment, her newly elected queen broke off diplomatic ties and began exploring military options. Clearly, it was time for a regime change. A change that would be effected by the 501st, now under the direct command of Darth Vader. Our orders were simple: to infiltrate the city, take out their leader, sending a clear signal to other potential troublemakers in the Empire.
Welcome to the capital city of Theed. Tonight, we will be performing a radical destabilization of the Theed government via the elimination of their queen. She is heavily guarded in the central plaza by a group of Jedi and an auto-turret grid. In order to defeat these defenses, we must set up a perimeter around the central plaza and shut down the auto-turret grid. Careful, soldier. Your numbers are few, and the mission's success rests on your shoulders. Cut them off! Now it's onto the Embassy Plaza. Move out. So far, so good. Now capture the guard post past the embassy. If you need some extra firepower, we've managed to sneak a tank for you at the embassy command post. Use it wisely. Now we must destroy the auto-turret grid console, clearing access to the central plaza. Destroy it, and the Queen will be ours. The Queen's personal Jedi bodyguards have broken from the palace. Destroy them. Watch out, soldier. The auto-turret grid is still online. Keep you and your men out of the central plaza until we can find a way to shut down the turret grid. Royal Guard are trying to escape. Quickly, you must eliminate the Queen at all costs. You have performed a great service for the Empire. The Queen's death will serve as an example to other nascent rebellions, saving countless lives.
With the Queen eliminated, Naboo quickly fell in line. It was the first time the 501st was called upon to adjust a planet's government. But it wouldn't be the last. Within months, the 501st gained a well-deserved reputation as Vader's fist. Although the Clone Wars were over, some people never seemed to get the message. The worst case of denial was Gizor Delso, a Geonosian separatist who'd somehow escaped Lord Vader's efforts to wipe out the remnants of the CIS. Lord Vader tracked him to Mustafar and brought us in to finish the job. It seemed like a simple enough mission. But when we saw the fleet of droid ships hovering over the planet, we suddenly realized that Delso's denial mechanisms were a little more dangerous than we'd imagined.
Sir, the droids have landed on our ship. We can't launch our fighters.
Calm down, pilot. Get out there and destroy that transport. Use any means necessary to clear the hangar.
Attention all pilots! Attention all pilots! Prepare for takeoff! formation.
All right, men. Now get into your fighters and give those droids all you've got. Destroy their fighters and bombers. Watch out for the asteroids, pilots. They're easy to destroy, but that doesn't mean they aren't dangerous.
Radar non-operational. Switching to manual. Time for some fancy flying. Take out that bomber! Time for some fancy flying. Take down that bomber!
Attack their shields. Use a bomber to deliver the maximum damage.
Fire on flight deck aft.
You picked up a bomber. Take down that fighter.
Lord Vader's just issued a new order. He wants someone to land in the enemy's hangar, steal one of their strike bombers, and return it to our hangar. Get moving, pilots.
Target that bomber and take him down.
Attention, all pilots report to the hangar area. Hostile target locked.
Scramble reinforcements. Repeat. Scramble all reinforcements.
Excellent job, pilots. Lord Vader will be most pleased.
The slight whiff of nostalgia the 501st had enjoyed fighting the droid fleet over Mustafar had already grown sour by the time we'd established orbital positions. Now it was time to find out what this was all about. By the time we'd made our way to the molten surface of Mustafar, it was apparent that Delso had been a busy little bug. All by his lonesome, he'd found a previously hidden droid factory, fired it up and cranked out his own private army of battle droids. Needless to say, this got the men of the 501st a little hot under the helmet, and not just because of all that lava. Truth be told, we'd all had our fill of those gearheads during the war, and we couldn't stomach the thought of going through another one. So we blew them up. Blew up the droids, blew up the factory. Damn near blew up the planet.
All right, troops. Today we stamp out final remnants of the CIS. Eventually we'll be blowing up a hidden droid factory. But for now, we need to infiltrate and secure that nearby mining facility. Move them out. Take control of the lava observation room.
Take out that turret! Take out the droid! For the Empire!
Take control of the walkway.
Watch out for snipers!
Keep moving.
Sniper spotted at 2 o'clock. Take down the super! Great shooting! Shut down the droid! Whoa!
That collection base looks like a good place to make a stand. Capture it! destroy today will come back to haunt us tomorrow. Wipe them out. These Geonosians have been working on a new Confederate infantry prototype. Destroy the schematics before they can use them to build a new droid army. Killed bringing the other beacon. Go out and retrieve it. Get that beacon to the central antenna. Back to the collection base and watch the fireworks.
Raining bugs!
Kill them all!
Watch out for bugs!
Geisel Delso has been defeated. Scratch one droid rebellion.
The destruction of the mining facility put an end to any thoughts of a second droid rebellion. For the first time in years, the man of the 501st could relax and get about the business of maintaining an empire, rather than building one. Officially, there never was a clone rebellion on Kamino. Unofficially, approximately 20 years after we were created, a special detachment of the Imperial 501st Legion was dispatched to Kamino with orders to eradicate an army of clones that had been bred to take arms against the Empire. Our mission commander, an expert on the inner workings of Kamino, was a young bounty hunter named Boba Fett.
Vader on the job.
Boba Fett has been chosen to lead a small task force into the Kamino cloning center. His familiarity with the center's layout and access codes should give us the element of surprise. Empire wants us to collect some DNA samples from our evil brothers. Sample back to ship immediately.
Get that trooper! Roger that.
DNA sample secure. Pulling ship back to a safe distance. Good job. Now take that CP and await further orders.
That's another one.
This won't end well.
Watch that turret.
You know your objectives. Destroy the computers keeping the Kaminoans' clone pods alive before they can create any more traitorous anti-troopers.
Is that all you've got?
Target the turret. Target that cone! For the Emperor! Watch your flank. Good shot. Objective complete. Clone pod life support down. They won't be cloning another army anytime soon.
The Kaminoans are evacuating in 5 minutes. Take down their transports before they can escape.
Copy that. Right behind you. That's where you're shooting!
I'm done. When do I get paid?
The bounty hunter left after the battle was over. He said something about tracking down a smuggler on Tatooine. After the Kamino uprising, the Emperor decided that an army of genetically identical soldiers was too susceptible to corruption. Future troopers would be cloned from a variety of templates. Though the 501st itself remained pure, the rest of the Imperial Army gradually became more and more diverse. We never really got used to the new guys. Once it was finally finished, the Death Star was the Emperor's favorite toy. It was also the most boring assignment in the galaxy for a stormtrooper. Tedious inspection drills, endless hours of guarding impregnable force field generators. Things got so bad that when a prison break erupted in the cell block, we were almost happy to have someone shooting at us again. If only we'd known what an embarrassing snipe storm we were about to wade into. We probably would have jettisoned the whole detention block into space.
Attention, Hangar 84G. There is a prison riot in progress. A contingent of the 501st is inbound from an exterior inspection. Join up with the squad mates in the hangar and quell this riot. Rebel forces are converging on Hangar 84G. We cannot allow any of them to escape. Defend the hangar.
Rebel, take him out! Take out the
Down! Fall back!
He's coming around.
Other side!
Hostile dead.
Take cover!
For the Empire.
Watch those blasters! Take cover!
Hangar 84G is secure. The riot originated in cell block 2180. Get up there and secure that cell block.
Get the rebel!
Take out that rebel scum. Wipe them out. He's coming around. Watch your flank.
One of the rebels managed to get his hands on the plans for this battle station. We cannot allow those plans to leave this outpost. Dispatch the rebel carrying the plans and return them to our forces.
We need more troopers like you.
Well done. The plans have been secured. The prisoners have captured the fire control room. You must not allow them to damage the main cannon. fire control room is ours. The rebels have infiltrated Hangar 85G and are preparing to escape in one of the shuttles. Get to the hangar and take out that shuttle before it takes off.
Watch those blasters!
Well done, Trooper. No one escapes the Death Star. Troopers, there is a Jedi in the TIE hangar. He is the source of this rebellion. Destroy this man. Now.
Trooper!
The rebel leader has been destroyed. Our reinforcements can take it from here. The uprising has been crushed. Well done, Trooper. Lord Vader will be most pleased with your performance.
On the side!
After the embarrassment of the prison break, Lord Vader removed us from our comfortable belay and began dragging the 501st across the galaxy in a dangerous hunt for the now missing Death Star plans. Ironically, Our punishment eventually proved to be our salvation. The poor souls who took our place in the detention area were completely wiped out when the Death Star was destroyed. By the time of the raid on Polis Massa, the men of the 501st were starting to get a little sick of this so-called rebellion. In the past, we'd secretly enjoyed putting down a local insurrection or two. They kept the troops sharp and the Empire feared. But these rebels were different. They were organized, they were growing, and they were everywhere. The raid on Polis Massa was a perfect example of how things were starting to fall apart. We were supposed to go in, wipe out a small band of rebels, and recover some stolen Imperial plans on an encrypted holodisk. Before we knew it, we were nearly overrun by rebel forces, with the holodisk nowhere to be found.
All right, men, Lord Vader wants this raid done by the book. Our first objective is the comm center, just beyond this hangar.
I want those rebels dead. Cut them off. Down! Get down!
Nicely executed, troops. Now it's time to make our way to the base command building on the far side of the facility. If our intelligence is right, along the way we'll find a rebel holodisk containing some very important plans. It'll take time to realign the comm dish and transmit the data from the holodisk. You'll have to hold off the rebels until the transmission is complete. Do not let the comm facility fall into enemy hands.
Coming around.
Rebel, take him out.
Deep within the caverns of this complex, the rebels have a data bank that holds Imperial encryption codes that can be used to eavesdrop on our ship-to-ship communications. Make your way to the caverns and destroy the data bank. Good news and bad news. The good news is it's time to get off this dreary rock. The bad news is the rebels have taken over the hangars. You'll have to fight our way out.
They're flanking us.
Our raid is a success. And even though the holodisk didn't have the plans we're looking for, it will lead us to someone who does.
Even though the Polis Massa raid was only a partial success, we finally had a lead on the whereabouts of the Death Star plans, which suited the 501st just fine. With the information gathered on Polis Massa, Vader concluded that the stolen plans had been given to Princess Leia Organa of Alderaan. We weren't surprised. For all their talk of being a peaceful planet, Alderaan had been thumbing its nose at the Empire for years. After a brief and pointless battle, we boarded the ship, the Tantive 4, over Tatooine, began looking for the plans, and waited for Lord Vader's arrival.
Lord Vader has tracked the stolen Imperial plans to Ambassador Organa. Retrieve the plans and bring the Ambassador to Lord Vader. Alive.
Squash the scum! Fall back!
Head to the tech room.
This is Lord Vader.
We'll need to take out the security mainframes on the bridge before we can gain access to the rest of the ship.
Blowing stuff up never gets old. incompetence disturbing.
Our reserves are running dangerously low. We need the ship's access codes to gain entry to the escape pod areas. Make your way to the engine room and retrieve them from the security terminal on the second floor.
On the side! Don't get up!
Disable the turbine to clear our way to the terminal. Take the access code to the tech room terminal. Nice work. Now let's clear those rebels out of the escape pod bays and secure the rest of the ship. Princess Leia must be captured before she can escape.
Take him out! He's coming around. Affirmative. I've got your six.
The day is ours. Well done, gentlemen.
They're trying to that. Falling in.
Strength is nothing compared to the dark side.
After Lord Vader took custody of Princess Leia, we all figured it was just a matter of time before she coughed up the plans. Many of us had been unwilling witnesses to Vader's powers of persuasion in the past. The thought of a pampered little princess resisting his terrible will was inconceivable. When the Death Star was destroyed, about half of the 501st Legion was still in the hangar getting into their ships. Of those who made it out, another third were caught in the explosion. I'd fought with some of those men for over 20 years. Afterwards, those of us that survived hooked up with a nearby Imperial fleet making a retaliatory strike on the rebels' base on Yavin 4. It wasn't the best thought-out plan, but we were cut off from our leaders, tired, and operating on instinct. If not for our training, we probably would have never gotten past their orbital defenses.
Now hear this. All hands, man your battle stations.
Their heavy transports are trying to go around us. Destroy them before they can jump to hyperspace.
Leave the bomber to me. Fighters sneaking up on you.
Rebels are attempting to send their forces off to wreak havoc in other parts of our galaxy. Destroy them.
Time for some fancy flying.
are harassing our fighters. Show them no mercy.
Fighters sneaking up on you.
Pilots, if they are allowed to make the jump to hyperspace, they'll rip right through us. Clear their fighters out and be quick about it. We haven't any time to spare.
All engineers, report to the hangar area.
Well done, Lieutenant. Target that bomber and take him down. Take down that bomber.
Well done, pilots. We need to clear a path for our frigates to cover you. Use a TIE bomber to destroy their heavy turrets.
Fire on that bomber.
We are under attack. This is not a drill.
Chase down that fighter. Hostile behind you. Target that bomber. Launch the reinforcement. Beginning my attack run.
Now get after those engines, men. They can't jump if they haven't any engines.
Recon bomber on your 6. Take that fighter down. Get that scout. Take that bomber down.
Victory is ours, men. Dispatch the 501st to the planet's surface. Yavin 4 will fall before the day is done.
And so the battle over Yavin came to an end. I'm told we destroyed hundreds of rebel ships that day. Even if it had been thousands, it wouldn't have made up for the Death Star. By the time we landed on Yavin, whatever shock we'd felt at the destruction of the Death Star had been replaced by anger. For months we treated the rebellion like a disobedient child, only to be repaid for our tolerance with treachery on an unimaginable scale. Frankly, I don't remember much of the fighting. I guess we won.
Okay, you all know the mission. The rebel base is located in that ancient temple over there. Our first job is to take the rebel command post located in the ruins of that stone fountain just ahead.
Watch your flank. Concentrate firepower on that tank.
Our next objective is to capture the command post under the viaduct. Gather your forces. It will be a tough slog. Now rush the reflecting pool. It will make a good staging area for the assault of the temple.
Coming around.
Rebel counterattack could start at any second. Defend the reflecting pool with all your might. Well defended. Now it's time to breach the security door on the temple. A unique breaching bomb has been left at the point marked on your map. Retrieve the bomb from its drop-off location and place it near the temple security door. The bomb has a 10-second timer, so you better start running as soon as you set it. There they are. Decapitate the rebel command. Vengeance is ours, men. The spirits of our fallen brothers will sleep soundly tonight.
After the battle, the surviving members of the 501st finally caught their breath. The Empire had taken the rebels' best shot and come up standing. Now, it was our turn to strike. No one ever complained about the cold on Hoth. We never felt it. Even though we were blinded by blizzards, we could see the final end of the rebellion in our blaster sights. Was it only a mirage, perhaps? But on that day, on that planet, our blood ran hot with dreams of victory, melting the ice that stood in our way.
There is no tomorrow, men. Today we crush the rebellion once and for all. You know the orders. Destroy the shield generator in preparation for Lord Vader's arrival. Next, focus all efforts on preventing the final transport ship from lifting off. We'll begin by taking over their Outlook command post. Move out. Nice work, men. Now let's capture their forward bunker.
Hoth, take him out! I've got your six.
Ghost Leader coming in.
Sniper fire! On that turret. Watch your flank.
Units ready to commence attack on the shield generator. The AT-ATs will take point on the attack. Protect them at all costs. Generator has been reduced to rubble. Ready the ground troops for the assault on Echo Base. Take out the security console and the command center to gain access to the back hangar. We must destroy the final transport before it can escape. Excellent work, Lieutenant. I'll inform Lord Vader.
Right behind you.
moving on to capture the back hangar in preparation for our assault on the rebel transport ship.
Your strength is nothing compared to the dark side.
Take out their support. Watch that lightsaber.
For the Empire! Right behind you.
Lost. We almost had that rebel scum. An orbital strike beacon has been placed in the hangar for you. Acquire the beacon and place it under the transport ship. Command will use the coordinates from the beacon to launch a massive attack from above. Failure is not an option. Now protect the beacon while we lock in your current position.
On the side.
It is done, Master.
Alright, take out this turret! Take out that rebel scum!
Coordinates confirmed. Vacate the area immediately. Our attack on the transport will begin momentarily.
As the rebels fled, the 501st gathered around a burning bunker and let out a cheer that shook the stars. The rebellion was done. The Death Star was being rebuilt bigger than ever. Order had finally returned to the galaxy, in no small part due to the efforts of the fighting men of the 501st.